Okay, so it's David here, Truth and Freedom, oh yes. Today I'm in streets. I'm in streets today with my Truth and Freedom banner, and I'm going to ask the people in streets whether they trust the media. Yes, I'm travelling around Somerset as best I can, and a bit of Devon, to find out whether people trust the media. Do people trust the media in streets? And we're going to see if we can get some interviews. Yes, Street is the home of Clark's Village, full of, that's where they make the shoes. Clark's Village is in streets. So hopefully I don't put my foot in it with Clark's Village. This is my joke there.
Fantastic! That's incredible!
I always use that joke every time. Never wears out.
Close the door, they're coming in the window. Close the door, they're running up the stairs. Close the door.
Here we go, Clark's Village. Here's streets. Truth and Freedom in streets. Here's David in streets. Here we go. Excuse me, guy, do you trust the news at all?
No survey said.
Have a good day, take it easy. Excuse me, everyone, do you trust the media at all?
Sorry?
Do you trust the media at all?
Trust the media?
Yes, the news.
Depends on what news I'm watching.
Okay, so do you feel certain news channels or certain newspapers are more trusting than others, would you say?
Some are biased.
Some are biased, yeah, okay. And which ones would you say you trust yourself? Any particular ones?
I tend to watch Sky, but then I do an awful lot of research for myself as well, so...
Okay, so it's good. Do you feel it's a good idea for people to do their own research, would you say?
I think maybe if people in 2016 had done some proper research, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Okay,
so, yeah.
all right. Oh, are you talking about a certain event in now British history?
It's the biggest shot in the foot.
Okay, so you're very much against that big shot.
Very,
You're against a big shot in the foot.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you feel we had the whole story back in 2016 when we were given? David Cameron gave us all the vote, didn't he?
All we had was lies, and it was just the basis of it was multimillionaires who wanted to safeguard their offshore accounts. That was it, and that's why we left the European Union. And anybody that stood back and said, "No, hang on a minute, this isn't going to work," Project Fear. And of course, if you're going to go around on a bus telling people there's 330 million a week for the NHS, people wanted that. But it was a unicorn. It was never going to happen because it wasn't there. We've lost far more than we will ever gain.
Okay, Reform Party. Where were they during the lockdown? Where was Reform during the lockdown? Where was their opposition to the lockdowns? Where was their sovereignty for the British people during the lockdown? They were nowhere. Okay, Reform Party were nowhere during the lockdown. Okay, they could have stood up for us. They could have stood up for the British people by opposing the lockdowns, opposing the mandatory impositions on us all, but they did nothing. Okay. So before you get all happy clappy about the Reform Party, think to yourself, where was Nigel Farage and the Reform Party during lockdown? Would you say briefly? Would you say we've had Project Fear since then, with the COVID and?
So they've done it with everything.
Yeah. So do you feel this is kind of getting people their votes, getting people what they want? Certainly, corporations. Would you say?
Yes.
Another day, another death.
Yeah.
And so your message really today sounds like, so I don't hold you up by the way, your message today sounds like it's for people to question what they're hearing, by the sound of it, question what you hear and be impartial and...
Be impartial and
Yeah.
do your own research. It's all out there. We have the internet. You can do your own research if only people would do it. But they don't. They'd sooner believe. Politicians are very good at telling people what they want, they think people want to hear. And if you're somebody living and your life isn't going as you want it, if somebody's telling you this is the reason why, you're very willing to believe it. And nobody does their own research to find out the real reasons. So, and until people start actually doing some research, that won't differ.
And do you feel, very, very briefly, do you feel people have been dumbed down by distractions like the football and by world events, things that are trivial things, should we just say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah, people have been dumbed down, but people have been dumbed down by everything.
Thank you very much.